Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mooloolaba Music. My name is Chris, and I am joined with two very special guests today. We've got Joe from Sydney.
Yep.
And Marcus, not quite from Sydney, but used to be. Yeah, was in Sydney, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been a while.
And today we are running the ultimate comparison of PRS guitars. The full spectrum.
The full spectrum. So we have three different custom 2408s here. We have one of the core series. And Joe, what have you got there?
I've got the S2 here.
The S2 and
the SE, the entry level, the cheapest of the bunch, but will it stand up next to the custom shops?
So there's different appointments to all of these guitars, but they are all based on the same model, the custom 2408. So PRS known for the custom 24 since 1985. It's one of them. It's their most famous model. The custom 2408 just builds on that and gives us how many sounds, Chris?
8.
8.
Hence the name.
So we have 8 different sounds in here, thanks to pickup switching and toggle switches in there. So what we're going to do is we'll play on a couple of these, but we'll also talk about what we're getting and some of the differences here. So where should we start, Christopher?
I think we should start from the top down.
Oh,
you know
okay.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Most expensive first, work our way down and see if we can find the value somewhere in between.
The top guitar, not the top player. We'll start with the top guitar.
Debatable.
So this is the core series. The core series is their American-made series, what their PRS are known for. Beautiful, stunning guitars. They look incredible. They sound incredible. So the custom 2408, we have a carved maple top. We have a mahogany back and sides. It's a set mahogany neck. It's a one-piece neck. The pickups in these are the new TCI pickups. And what we're looking at here in the switching in the custom 2408 is we have a 3-way selector switch for the pickups, and then we have our 2 individual toggle switches, which will split the cores from humbuckers to singles. You'll find that is the same on the SE and on the S2 here. Now, if we look over to Joe's guitar here, the S2, which we talked about. What does it stand for, Joe? S2?
Series 2, but it also actually stands for something else, right?
Yes, Stevensville, which
That's
is...
right.
So they're based in Stevensville, Maryland in the USA, and it's the second series that they were doing from there. So made in the USA, so made in the exact same factory in Maryland. So the S2, tell me about the top on this one, Joe.
Well, this one has a bevel top.
That's right. So it's beveled, not a carved top. You might be able to get it in the light a bit.
Yeah, show it off a bit more.
So you'll find that the top's flat, but we've got the beveled edge instead of the carved edge on there. Now the pickups in these, they're the American 8515 pickups. Still got our tremolo, all the same kind of switching, all the exact same switching as what we've got here. So 3-way selector, you got your toggle switches, the mini toggle switches on there as well. Now it is still a maple top on that, but as Joe mentioned, it's a bevel top. It's a mahogany body like this. We've got a mahogany set-in neck, but it's not a one-piece neck. So the neck on this one, you won't be able to see it, but it's a 2-piece. What they've done is a scarf joint just for that headstock. So if you guys know what that is, they kind of cut it and they flip it around so you can tilt it back. And as you can see, we actually chose 2 in the same color, which very popular color. It's the black amber. And then Chris,
Ooh la la.
it's actually a really cool new color that Chris has got there. It's the
Cherry?
Yeah, charcoal cherry burst.
Charcoal cherry burst, ladies and gentlemen. And what a beautiful, beautiful top it is. Maple as well, once again.
Yes.
Yep, flame
absolutely.
maple. How gorgeous. And then over here we have a maple neck with a rosewood fingerboard. So you really get that nice timber feeling underneath your fingers when you're having a play.
So if you missed that, what was the neck made out of on that one?
Once again, it's a maple neck.
Versus a mahogany neck.
Right.
So there is a difference between the 2 American ones here and the SE series. They have a set neck, but it's made of maple, still set into the body.
Yep. And another difference you might notice here is just the lack of locking tuners, which both of these guitars on my left and right have. So that tuning stability is obviously what you're paying for as well. But for an entry level, let's see if you really need it. We'll find out.
And pickups in that, we've still got 2 humbuckers. You can, all the switching there, all the switching that Chris would ever need.
That's right. You can get a lot out of this guitar. You're going to get that single coil sound that you love out of the Stratocasters or the Tellys. And then you've got that full humbucker mode for something a little bit grittier or a little bit fuller.
So that's kind of the spec breakdown. You're still getting a lot of bang for buck from the SE. If you want an American-made guitar, you've got the S2 or you've got the Core series. So, down on paper, you're going, okay, there's a lot of similar specs there. Now, let's have a little listen. We're going to start with... Oh,
Yeah,
You're plugged in, brother.
I'm the one plugged in. All right. So, as I was saying to you guys before, I learned a new chord. No, I won't do that. I'm just kidding. I'll just start on the neck pickup in humbucker mode. Put it back to humbucker and put the two pickups on together. And a single coil on the bridge. Actually, those two singles together, if they're both on single, it's a great little funky sound. Oh, thank you. But S2,
S2, baby.
go through some different sounds on this one.
Okie dokie. So we'll get the humbucker sound with the neck pickup, yeah? Just try to sort of
Go for it. Yeah,
position myself a little bit different. Super warm.
Yeah, it's great. It's thick, but it's not muffled.
Yeah. Let's try that single coil, yeah?
I know.
Other one.
Yep.
That's why we're doing the review. I'm going to be here with these legends. And now we'll go humbuckers with both of them on, yeah?
Yeah.
In the middle, playing everything sort of thing. And now we'll go right to these ones, yeah? Do you reckon single coil or humbucker? What do you...
Oh, let's see that humbucker.
Yeah, super funky sounding.
It's great.
funky.
It's great. As you can hear, they both sound fantastic. Let's have a listen to the SE.
The SE, a quarter of the price. So it's got a lot to live up to, but maybe it jumps ahead there just with the price. So we're just on the neck pickup here. We're in humbucker mode. Nice and warm. Once again, I would have to say, I think the clarity of your pickups really jumped out at me, as well as this. This sounds a little bit more muffled, I'd say, than what I heard.
Well,
initially.
you know what? Let's even...
The direct swap. Let's have a listen.
You play exactly the same thing on that.
Okay, all right. Yes. A lot more clarity
Yeah.
just from that initial test there. And if
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I think
Play like a darker chord, like, just doing that's dark and feeling. Like, just a regular bar chord, right? Because sometimes you lose a lot of clarity with all six of those notes and roots and fits all going on. Just, I think there's still some separation in that. Really great sounding pickups.
Absolutely. But how does the SE handle? And one of the other questions is, with a guitar, right? Obviously, you've got how those pickups handle just a regular amp on a clean tone, but how do they handle just a little whack of distortion? If we put some distortion on, we're going to go to the humbucker in the bridge and just... And then in that single coil as well. How does your guitar, that's what I want to hear now.
That's a great sounding guitar. Like,
Yeah.
that's
It is.
a gig-worthy guitar. Absolutely. Plug goes in.
Yeah.
A little bit of distortion.
Woo.
Okay, so yeah, we're on this pickup in the humbucker 5. Yeah, sounds nice. Sounds beautiful. Single chord, that's the correct way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Joe, play this one.
okie dokes. Whoop. I'm getting confused here. So this is the top of the range one, isn't it?
Yep.
Should we turn it on? Yeah, nice.
Lots of clarity through that one.
Yeah.
Again.
I mean, they all sound great, and it's one of those things. None of them would be a bad choice.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things with guitars like this. You do pay different price points, quite different, but you know, even though our lowest price point sounds incredible, you can clearly tell the difference with the guitar that's had more work put into it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know with these two, the feel is so much the same. They feel very similar in this hand. A little bit different feeling here, but I'm not really thinking too much about the bevel versus a carved top. I do notice a slight difference in feel these, but they actually feel great. And it's just like you know, when you play a different guitar that's got a different thing, like you go from a custom 24 to a Mahogany if you're a PRS fan, they've got a different feel to them. And these SEs, they do a wide range of SEs from, you know, Mahaganys, 2408s, 24s, Santanas. And as you can hear, Chris pulls a great sound out of that guitar. It's
Guys, stop it. I'm blushing.
Chris could pick up a boulder and it would sound good.
Guys, tune in next time. We're gonna put that to the test. We're gonna play a boulder, ladies and gentlemen. But here they are, 3 different beautiful PRS guitars at different price points. All have merit, all have value.
absolutely.
And obviously you see some minor changes throughout things. Personally for me, I really love locking tuner heads on a guitar. I think they're really important for tuning stability, especially when you have any sort of trem system involved. If you want those strings to stay in tune, that is a great little extra thing to add on there.
Absolutely. And you know what? We work in a shop where I think we've got guys who can add locking machine heads to guitars if you buy a guitar from us anyway. So do you know anyone who does that?
I do it for a price, ladies and gentlemen, for a price. But that is it from us today, I think, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, my name is Chris. This is Joe. This is Marcus. And these are the 3 PRSs, the tiers, the spectrum of PRS, if you will.
So let us know what you guys think in the comments. You might have a preferred one. Let us know.
It's the red one. See you guys. Till next time.